Excited to welcome now to the CanesInSight podcast, Cole McConathy, recent Hurricanes commit out of Spanish Fort, Alabama. I was just telling him before the show, he's pretty much up there in the panhandle, might as well be in Florida, but he will be taking his talents to Coral Gables the next few years here as he's a Miami commit. Cole, appreciate you joining the show today. How are you doing?
Doing great. Happy to be here.
So, Coleman, talk to me about this whirlwind of a process for you. Everyone knows you were committed to Louisville. You flipped to the Canes a few weeks ago, the week of the game between Miami and Louisville. So, just talk about how things really have taken off for you in the last few months, right? Because you put up some monster numbers in high school ball out there in Alabama. You have the measurables 6'5, 225, right? So, how have things really taken off for you, culminating with this commitment to Miami a few weeks ago?
No, I'd say it all came at me faster than expected, but it wasn't like other people's recruitment process, kind of early on. And I had good stats and everything sophomore year, freshman year. I mean, I've been playing varsity football since eighth grade and had stuff come at me late in my senior year. And it's all a blessing, really. Just however it comes, it's all God's work, and it all came at me. I'm just blessed to be committed and going to Miami. That's amazing. There's nowhere else I'd want to go.
Was it always football for you? I know your dad played at a high level. You guys originally being from Louisiana, right? I mean, were you born to play football? Were you interested in other sports? Did you play other sports growing up?
Yes, no, I played. So growing, I didn't play football till late. I mean, I didn't really play tackle football till I was about 9, 10 years old, and which is kind of later than most growing up. All my buddies, I remember playing tackle football in like kindergarten and begging my dad to go play it. But I originally had hoop dreams. I wanted to be a basketball player, but just didn't that isn't something that everybody can go play. I kind of went and found that football was easier and was real with myself, was better at it. I played baseball. I played did track too. Um, so yeah, I did basketball and track all through high school.
What's your weight at right now? I mean, you're listed as 6'5", 225, but it seems like you've put on some weight, some good weight this last year. You've grown some as well. So just talk about your kind of like your growth the last couple years as well.
Yeah, no, my growth, I probably weigh about 230, 235, maybe around there. But yeah, I've measured anywhere from 6'5" to 6'5" and a half, so right around there.
Now, let's talk about this Miami commitment, right? I mean, it wasn't the best season in terms of wins and losses, but something you hear Coach Cristobal talk about is that there's been a lot of progress in a lot of important spots on this team, right? And obviously, you were following the team. You had to be following what was happening this year closely. Just talk about why Miami, obviously the coaching staff down there is very high on you, from what I understand, and just talk about what went into that decision.
Um, the reason why I chose Miami is they were the first program really, just the way they recruited me and the just attention to detail that they showed with the way that they recruited me was unlike any other school. I mean, I've been to Alabama, I've been to Auburn, I've been to all these schools. I mean, I had a lot of schools reach out to me and recruit me, and Miami was just second to none with their attention to detail. Coach Cristobal, and then uh, I got two guys that played it in the position room, which is very unique, and not to mention one being a Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it. And I just want to go learn from them. I mean, both of them are just great coaches, Coach Salave and then Coach Taylor. I mean, just doesn't get any better than that. And just going to the school was really good. I really liked the school a lot too. It was a lot different from any other places that I visited.
And when you did go on your visit there, I mean, you kind of alluded to it there, but it's a bigger city feel, right, than a lot of places
Yeah.
that you visited. Did you like that? Because I don't like to label everyone, but you're a country boy more so than a city boy
Oh
based
yeah.
on where you've been. So how did you like that aspect of
Oh no, I'm 100%. I liked it a lot. It wasn't where I thought it would be. It's really like 20 minutes from like South Beach, really like
it?
Miami.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's in Coral Gables and nicer. So I kind of got that. That was some of my questions when being
right.
recruited, like asking some of the guys like how is it, and they're like they don't really give you a chance to go out in the city and mess up and do
Yeah.
some stuff like that. I mean, you're 20 minutes away from it, and
You
it's a
gotta
long
hop in a
drive. I mean,
car, man.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's
You gotta go find the trouble more so.
but and then it's traffic too. I mean, it's not really 20 minutes. It's probably
Right.
gonna be about an hour.
Right. And look, it's more so than a lot of people look at the negatives of being in a big city, but there's also a lot of
Yeah,
opportunities, right, outside of football
100%.
and after football, which is a big part of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
I don't know, man. I think you and Coach Gidry are going to be looking for the crawfish boils down here
Yeah,
because
he actually coached against my dad in high school.
okay. What did he have any stories for you there? Because I was going to ask you if there was any connections there. Because obviously, Coach Gidry being a deep Louisiana,
Yeah.
he reps Louisiana hard down here. So
No,
you got any connections there with him?
yeah, no, our meeting was very brief. It was I went and visited them after the Virginia game, and our meeting was really brief, and just them and my dad got to shake hands and discuss kind of like, oh, we played against. They didn't even realize it kind of until they shook hands and they played against he coached against my dad in high school.
Wow. Okay, and listen, Coach Gidry, he said in a press conference a few weeks ago, they asked him how he's liking his adjustment to Miami, and he said he loves everything about it, loves the weather, loves the culture down here. But they asked him about the food, and he said there's no comparison. He said the food in Louisiana was way, way better. So I don't know. You may have an adjustment to make there.
Oh yeah, no, the food was great everywhere in the South.
Now, a couple more questions here before I let you go, Cole. You talked about your position coaches and Coach Salavea, Coach JT, Coach Cristobal. Talk about
Yeah.
your impression of him and kind of where he has this program headed towards.
Man, that's the most I've ever been recruited by a head coach. He has been very involved in my recruitment. He's not above picking up the phone, calling me, texting me whenever, and just he has really shown me that he believes in me and my abilities to play the game, and I really appreciate that, and just the whole staff for believing in me.
Talking about Coach Gidry a little bit in terms of football, right? Has he given you an idea of where he
Yeah,
kind of envisions you? Because he moves guys around now. He drops guys back in
yeah.
coverage. So what has he told you your kind of role would look like?
No, sees me playing true defensive end,
Okay.
fielding and getting after the quarterback. But another reason why I chose Miami as well, our calls from that in high school are very similar. It wouldn't be different than what I'm playing now,
Mhm.
except dropping into coverage a lot less in college versus high school. I mean, kind of played coverage a lot more my sophomore and junior year, and just I mean, the scheme is just like what I'm doing in high school. In fact, some of the
Right.
calls are the same.
Any NFL players you watch or any, could be a college player, but any pass rushers, I should say, you kind of check out and try to pick certain things up from?
Like currently or
It could be
like
all
just
time. It could
in
be all time.
all time. I mean, currently, I enjoy watching like obviously Miles Garrett, Max Crosby, TJ Watt, Michael Parsons, those guys. Really like watching Max Crosby, the effort he plays with.
Mhm.
And but I gotta say, I really I used to watch Lawrence Taylor's highlights a lot before the games and stuff. So just I mean the way Lawrence Taylor, I mean that's the greatest to do it.
He's the best.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. That's not a bad one. I mean, and you kind of mentioned Max Crosby has it, LT obviously had it, but one thing that stands out when you watch your tape
yeah.
is that motor you play with, right? Where does that come from?
Oh well, I mean that's if you want to make plays, that's how you make plays. I mean you gotta play every play like it's your last, and there's no football has done so much for me already. Why not give it everything that I have?
A great answer there. Cole, are you an early enrollee?
Yeah, I'll be enrolled in January.
Man, that'll be big for you. If you're already at 230, 235, and they want you to play pure defensive end, obviously getting in that weight room, getting the nutrition program, and then just getting in the system. So how excited are you now in just over a month, right? Ready to have that
Yes,
opportunity to
yeah.
get down here.
No, I'm very, very excited to be down there and just excited to get to work. Nothing else. I mean, just excited to get down there and get to work.
Cole McConathy, man, really appreciate the time today. Canes fans, I know, are very excited about you. Canes fans, look, they like a guy who makes a flip of a commitment, first of all, and then the way you did it the week of the Louisville
Yeah.
game. I know the Canes didn't get it done, but they appreciated that one. So I know
Oh
Twitter was
yeah.
probably fun for
Yeah.
you that week with all with all the
Oh
fans in your
yeah. No, it was. I mean, just that's expected, but
yeah.
yeah, I got a lot of hate.
Well, listen, you're a Miami Hurricane, so get used to it.
That's right. That's right.
Cole McConathy, appreciate the time today, and go Canes.
Yeah, man. Go Canes. Appreciate it.